My friends often accuse me of ruining visits to museums for them. They say that I ruin their visits to museums because if you look closely at the antiquities in museums, you often see things like chisel marks and hacksaw marks, violent evidence of how those pieces got into a museum to begin with. I came to Boston University specifically to study archaeology and started learning about the looting of archaeological sites and trafficking of antiquities and what a huge global problem it is. I went to Cambodia as an undergraduate and saw just how devastating this problem was on the ground. Cambodia's temples, some of them are over 1,000 years old. At some of these sites, there were dozens of freestanding statues. For example, the Temple of Kokare in the Sotheby's case was described by an early explorer as a historical museum due to the abundant statuary there. When you go to Kokare today, there are no freestanding statues. There are just empty pedestals, there are holes in the wall, there are fragments of pieces. These sites have been absolutely devastated. And that devastation was not something that took centuries. The evidence we have shows that the looting happened almost exclusively during the Cambodian Civil War against the Khmer Rouge. When conflict erupts in an archaeological rich country, suddenly the art market is flooded with antiquities from those countries. And it's not just a historical problem either. The illicit antiquities trade is threatening sites around the world. It's still going on now in Syria and Egypt and Libya and Mali and Tunisia, which is why I think the public should know that this is not just a white-collar crime, that insurgent groups, that terrorist groups are using the antiquities trade to fund their efforts. I do fear that by the time we get our act together on this, it's going to be too late. Unless we stop the looting of archaeological sites, there really will be nothing left.